texted me yesterday if it's not possible to talk about the Crawford fight for February or meet to yesterday here in Los Angeles with him.
Canelo versus Crawford is that one fight that fans have always wanted to see, but boxing politics has had its play in making it happen. However, the fight was assured by His Excellency Terence.
And ability to cut off the ring is more, and he's bigger and stronger, and I think you know, there's a risk there for Crawford, but this is why you tune in, right? Crawford keeps doing the amazing.
Yo, Turk, tell him we going for Canelo next.
Yes, let's go. Canelo, come on.
Alish, and in a recent Face of Canelo revealed some details that make this fight even more worth the wait. On the thing is, while Canelo is about to fight Crawford, he also has a fight that he's chasing after, and it also seems he won't be getting the fight too. Let's catch you up.
Turkey Alishik say that he sent you an offer, possibly to face Crawford for coming up here. Is that true, or what happened with that?
No, I don't have any offer. And look, I'm 100% focused on this fight.
I think that Crawford could beat him because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit.
Terence Crawford is 36 years old, and he's all about fighting the biggest names. Now, he doesn't want small fights anymore. He wants fights that matter, fights that people will talk about for years. That's why his eyes are on Saul Canelo Alvarez to Crawford. This is the kind of fight that could change everything, and Crawford knows it.
Crawford going up, I believe he can put a beating on anybody 154, 160.
But not 68.
Nah, Benavidez is...
Canelo. Yeah.
Oh, Canelo. I think he's a smart fighter. He doesn't rely on his power. Crawford ain't.
Crawford throwing his hat in to want to fight Canelo at 168.
I mean, everybody wants to fight Canelo. It's the money fight, you know what I mean? I think even Inoue would come up to fight Canelo. Canelo wanted to fight him. I mean, I don't want to see Crawford to fight Canelo, to be honest with you. But it would be, I'm not saying it wouldn't be a great fight. It would be a great fight, but I feel like if I deserve my opportunity.
Crawford already made history. He became the first male fighter in the four-belt era to be undisputed in 2 weight divisions. That's something no one else has done. One of his recent fights was a complete demolition of Errol Spence Jr., another champion. Crawford dominated him from the first round and finished him off in the 9th. It was one of those performances where everyone watching just knew this guy is special. Now,
the Canelo fight, you know, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. You know, I think business talks. You know,
how can you, a man coming from 147, I know he's a great man. Crawford is a great man and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody...
Bringing up Canelo, I think that's weird, you know, because you'd have to gain like, what, 20 pounds?
Yeah.
But they say that's the money fight. That's the mega fight. That's the money fight. That's the only thing that makes sense for Terence Crawford.
Well, you know what I mean? Catch weight. We can do something at a catch weight.
What weight you think?
Probably like 160 or something.
But you said 154 is the highest you want to go.
Yeah.
Crawford wants to face Canelo, who's also an undisputed champion, but there's one big catch. Canelo fights 3 weight classes above Crawford's last fight. That's a huge jump. Most people wouldn't even think about trying something like that. But Crawford isn't most people. He believes he can do it. Canelo hasn't been so sure for a long time. He brushed off.
Crawford and Canelo were to come to fruition, you see that being competitive, still even with the 21-pound difference, Jim?
If I'm Crawford, I don't want to have to go up to 168 pounds to get the fight. I want to somehow gull Canelo into thinking that it's okay to fight him at, you know, best of all possible.
Or by no power? Yeah. We're not to roll with punches. We're not to take power. You take your power away from. How you take a power puncher? Take the power away from a puncher. Let us know. No, I ain't gonna tell you. You should know.
Slide off, take something off the shot here and there.
That's what.
The idea of fighting Crawford, he said there wasn't much to gain from it. If he won, people would say Crawford was too small. If he lost, it would be a huge blow to his reputation. What's the point, Canelo used to say, but now something has changed. At a recent No Golf, No Life event, Canelo spoke about Crawford in a different way. He called Crawford a great fighter. And
wonder how effective Crawford can be if he keeps moving up in weight. You know, like you're starting to see that, you know, now he's not quite as strong. The knockout streak is over, but he can box really, really well. But my
for the big fight, Crawford Canelo, you know, we're preparing for this.
You want to do everything, Crawford.
Canelo versus Crawford, the biggest fight in the game.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, like when you're looking at Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, this is the next thing.
Said he's open to the fight if the money is right at this point in my career. I'll fight anyone, Canelo said, but it has to make sense for me. The money has to be there. Why not? This is where Saudi Arabia comes in. Turki Al-Sheikh is making big moves in the boxing world.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight.
Yeah, the size is an issue. Canelo is way bigger. This fight's a 54. You've got 2 weight classes to broach in order to get to 168 to fight Canelo. But as you said, champ, Canelo has become increasingly inactive in fights. He throws less and less.
I can't really say nothing about that. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. Canelo is a man that he does anything he wants to do. I don't think really what people say affects him. But I feel like the people, they want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. It's the biggest fight to make happen, and I feel like I'm the biggest.
He's already spent huge amounts of money to bring big fights to Saudi Arabia, and he's ready to do it again. His top target, a fight between Canelo and Crawford, the kind of money he's offering could make this fight a reality, but why is Canelo suddenly interested? Well, Crawford has been making moves. After beating Spence, he moved up to super welterweight and fought Israel Madolf.
Hold on, but these same writers out here, they praise Canelo. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Motherfucker easy, man. Cakewalk, easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years.
They say like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's gonna be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's gonna slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many.
Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart.
He won that fight too, becoming the WBA world champion in the process. Crawford showed he could handle bigger opponents, but more than that, he showed a new style. He wasn't moving around the ring as much, he was more aggressive, more willing to stand and trade punches, and that caught Canelo's attention. In an interview with Sway's Universe, Canelo admitted he noticed something in Crawford's last fight.
I don't really like to bash somebody because at the end of the day, I give respect to Canelo. He's a great fighter.
Yeah.
He's one of the best Mexican fighters of all time.
But wanting to fight him, David, is not bashing him.
Yeah.
That's not bashing him.
But that's what I'm saying. They spin the narrative on Instagram. Right. If I say something, they say this or that. But I only want what I earned.
Right.
And I'm entitled to it from the what.
Good friend, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring, I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, you know, that, you know, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, you know, his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's.
I'm in, Canelo said. If the money is right, I'm ready. He's a great fighter, but for me in my weight class, it's an easy fight. Easy money. I saw in his last fight that he doesn't move as now, so I'm interested.